Hello everyone, this is Natnarf signing back in and welcome back to Jake Hunter. I just finished a little bit. I just played a little bit of Miles at it. It's great. Okay. Yeah, we have to keep moving on with this story or it's been stuck in my computer for so long. I need it to move. I like the way you move. Oh wait. It's back, my room. Excuse me. I was in my room. It's small compared to Mr. Hunter's office, but it was very creamy. It was covered in magazines and comic books. It's kind of sad for me to admit it, but there was nothing important on it. I wish I'd be sitting in front of it, but unfortunately, it was not the time for watching television. Put them. Yeah, you finish first this rice, then I will give you the B-Mix biscuit. She's talking about the waffles. Which of course the kid doesn't know how to say waffle. What do you want to look at? PC. Anybody with a computer can get all sorts of information online and even go shopping without leaving the house. Except I don't have a credit card online. They're practically indispensable for a person with a lifestyle like mine. I don't have such a card or thing to go buy things online. Okay. Take a look. Just as I pulled out the file. Hey, where are you? Oh, you! Another one behind me. Gosh, the only thing you're good at is running away from your problems. I wonder if there were any jobs that have run away in their list of qualifications. Actually, if you look, I'm sure you can find one. Hey, I'm sorry, okay? But I kind of have something to take care of right now, so can you lecture me later? Lecture? How rude! By the way, what is that you have to do? What's that file? Nothing, it's nothing! Let me see it! No, Ken, which one are you gonna read? Hurry up and pick one! Huh?! Really? You're just gonna let me read? As time goes by... So you play the game? Okay. Jake, my boy! What the devil are you doing here? Hey, King. What's going on? Ooh, my paper. Okay, finish a rice ball. Rice ball. Hey. Come here. Hey, rice. No, you can get the pen. But just give me rice. Give me your mouth. Here. Yum. Then I give it the... come on, finish this. Or you won't get the Baymax. Okay, good for you. See, you're cooperating. Like a good little baby. What's going on? You don't tell me you're out in this heat working on a case. I wish I was, old man. I could use the cash. I'm just waiting for somebody. A date? What are you doing here, King? On another case? I'm just raising my own bones. The air conditioner office is on the fritz again. Can't you just take off the suit? I can't work without it. Slacking off again, old man. Hogwash. Bow wow. Huh? Is that Lenny? Jake, is it just me or does that dog just look like? There's no way that's Lenny, King. Yes, Jake. You're right. Your butt. Sure does look like the old boy. Do you remember? The day I brought Lenny to your office? Of course I remember it. Oh man, my memory still works. Can't believe it was a whole year ago. Seems like it was only yesterday. Time sure flies. How is this part of the file? A year ago before Jake Hunter DA. You're going somewhere, doll? Yes, sir. We're running low on coffee and I need to get some more. Would you like anything from the store, sir? No thanks, babe. I got all the cigarettes and scotch I need. Of course, sir. I forgot that you don't need to eat like normal people. Please don't leave the office while I'm out. We don't want a repeat of last week. Yes, Mom. I knew it! I knew it! That's not what he was gonna do. I knew it! A real firecracker, that one. Hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Why? What point of view watching her leave is good? Hold on. The old flu is coming. Where's you? Hey, what do I want to do? I want to smoke. Ow. A little cigarette. An exceptionally hot summer. And I still want to smoke. The heat kept making it hard to think. I expect my office. Once I'd gotten tired of working for cops, I started my own detective agency. I saved on rent by living in the office. It wasn't very big, but it was a damn good deal for a tripudio apartment. Oh, my nose! As long as it was my only employee, I wasn't likely to outgrow it anytime soon. Oh, sorry. Not good weather. Not good nose either. Huh? I could hear the soft noise of leather shoes on the stairs outside. Okay. What's the matter? What? I don't have pepper. Yeah, you wait. Okay, you eat first, then I give you pepper. You eat first. Eat first, then I give you paper. Ay, yeah! Come on. Oh, see, I dropped rice already. Ay, yeah. It's either this or that. Either have the kid drop rice or she won't eat at all. I can hear the soft noise of leather shoes on the stairs outside my office. How will I know it's leather shoes? They're getting louder. Ow. It didn't take a detective to figure out where they were headed for, and they were headed for my office. They sounded a little heavy. I figured they had to be kings. Kings! It had to be king. Nobody else sounded like that. Are you there, Jake, my boy? May I come in? King, just as I thought, hard to mistake that gait. I knew it was you, King. Huh? I recognize my footsteps? Most impressive, my boy. I guess there's a reason I keep asking you for help. What you doing here, King? Don't see you much around here during the day. Yes, of course. Yeah, I have a favor to ask you. Tough case? I could use some work. Oh, no, nothing like that. No. Hold on a minute, I'll introduce you. This one doesn't work, Tiny, it's broken. Come on, Lenny, don't be shy. I watched confused as King trotted back out the door. What was going on? Come on, Lenny. Well, I never. This is not a place for sleeping. Bad dog. Whatever King was doing back there, it was making a lot of noise. What's going on back there? Oh, Jake, I'm sorry. Here he is. King walked back into the office, sweating. We're dragging something large and brown behind him. What the? It took me a moment to figure out that the brown thing was a dog. It's so cute! Jake, say hello to Lenny. Lively boy, isn't he? King's smile worried me. I've been in the force for a long time. When I met him, he was working with my friend Carl. Lenny. Even if he even knew I was there, he wasn't sure letting on. The furry bastard wouldn't even look at me. He'd been in the force for what the hell am I doing? Lenny. Lenny. Dog. An old German Shepherd. He was pretty antisocial as the dog goes. His Christian name is Scott Kingsley, and he's a detective with the Aspicio PD. I call him Kings, or Old Man. So mean. We've been pals for a long time. We help each other out on cases more than once. He's old enough to be my old man, but still is my best friend. That doesn't make any sense. only way to get my office. I prefer to think of it as a sort of client dispensing machine. Almost broken most of the time. Really? And stop taking a picture from behind my butt. Come now, Jake. You used to be a great dog. He just got too old for police life, so we had to retire him. He's a very good dog, very docile. You barely even know he's there. I can feel my conviction beginning to awaken. King, don't tell me the favor is Lenny. Don't tell me you want me to keep that dog. There's that detective instinct at work. Excellent deduction. This makes things easier. I feel a little ill. What did I want to do? Hey. You're kidding, right? You want me to take care of a dog? But of course! You'll have my eternal thanks if you can look after him. And he used to be a police dog, you know? I'm sure he'll be helping a detective. I really should talk to you about this first. And, what is it? To be honest with you, King, I do not like dogs that much. Are you serious? That's a shame. You're so excited about... No, he doesn't look like it! Why don't you keep him? Unfortunately, my father doesn't allow pets. And what about your folks? As the King and I were discussing about Lenny's future, you stepped through the door, her arms full of breakfast bags. Oh, Mr. Kingsley, it's nice to see you again. Dad, Julia, please help me. Thank God. I need to talk to the King. Is this me, sir? Oh, you're a big boy, aren't you? Is this big sweetheart King's? I explained, Lenny. See? Now, when you talk to me, you won't listen. I think Lenny likes it here, sir. We couldn't possibly put him out. He's such a smart boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You see, Dick, Julia understands. She can see what a noble, intelligent dog Lenny is. I'm outbeaten. Why so evil? How can you say no to this face? Right. I want to keep it, but for this character, yeah. Really, sir? Thank you, Jake. I knew you'd say yes. I could have. How could I have? It's such a pushover. I tried to smile. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate it. I say I'll go get Lenny something to eat later. Would you like that? Yes, you would. I'm being jealous over this. Lenny? I've been talking to the log for some response I got. Why would I punch him? I idiot. I scratched the dog behind his ears. The mud just sat there. What the hell was he thinking about? Wow. It looks like he's really taking a shot. Is that what it is? It normally means that I don't like you. I guess that's certain. I don't think. Well, it's high time I was getting back to work. Now, take care of Lenny, you do. Of course, Mr. Kingsley. Get King whistling as he walked off down the stairs. Oh boy, I let out a steep sigh. Don't tell me you're sleeping already. Right, you're right. I'm terribly sorry, old boy. I hardly gave you a fair shake, I admit. But I was only trying to find a good home for the old Lenny. I didn't think you'd be quite happy with it. Yeah, that's a load of marlicky. Hey, you know it, King. Oh goodness, I haven't upset you now, have I? Now, just thinking, it was right after that I took on a case. This that might be the sort of other things folks called fate. I'm sorry, but which case? Come on, King, you're saying I never told about the hablings? Oh, I don't believe you have. Was it exciting? Oh, man! Well, that depends, old man. You want to decide for yourself? I gotta warn you, it's a long one. Surely a respected police officer like you, such as yourself, has better things to do than listen to war stories from a private. You haven't finished your rice yet. How can I feed you biscuit? You have to finish this lovely delicacy. Yes. Is this word called meatball? That is the war stories from an Ivy the Geek. Horse fairness, Jakes. I have always time for an old friend. Besides, until they fix that air conditioner, I think I'll leave the police work to the next generation. Really? Then one of my age. You're a credit to your badge, King. And don't call me young one. Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. It all started with a phone call. Always starts with a phone call. I hate that music. 1 year before, 80. Before the phone rang a second time, you had picked it up. Hello, Hunter Detective Agency. Oh. Hello, how are you? Yes, I'll put you through, Mr. Hunter. Just a mo. I'm sorry? Can you slow down? Started at the headset stud. The caller had apparently hung up in the middle of the call. What did I want to talk about? What's wrong, Yulia? The gentleman who called himself Valente Disano. Valente Disano? I mean, Don Disano from the Salvatore family? Unless you know of another one, sir, I've never met him. Really? A call from Don Disano. What's going on? There's another more important things I need to talk about. What did Don say? He asked me to tell you to come to his house. And that was it. He just hung up. Very rude, if you ask me. Better not let him hear you say that, sir. That does sound like him, though. The Salvatore family controls a big chunk of Auspicio. Like in the beginning, I've had the pleasure of running into them in a few cases. Truth is, they show up quite a bit. But they're not bad, at least as far as the mobsters go. Still, I couldn't think what might have made Disano call himself. Not really called you. I think I'll go get Lenny something to eat later today. Would you like that? Yes, you would. Aren't you a little bit jealous there? Lenny. Ignore me, huh? I couldn't shake the feeling that he was just doing it just to spite me. Right. I don't want to read the same thing over and over. Can I call him? No, where's my cell phone? I already know where to go. That's quick. Catch you on the flip side, babe. Say hello to the mob for me, sir. Oh, I suppose I should tell you, sir. I'll be leaving the office later. I have a little more shopping to do. Do you think you'll be able to manage without me, sir? It'll be tough. Are you picking up some stuff for Lenny? Of course! I looked down at Lenny. He looked back at me. He doggy eyes, dark and unreadable. If he'd taken a liking to me, like Kin said, I sure couldn't see it. I pulled a cigarette out of the pack and told myself that Yuya's machinations would eventually win them over. Oh my god, your hair! You're like Wolverine. I'm sorry. I'm glad to see you have arrived, Jake. You scary face, I swear. The Campo Famiglia had been waiting for me. I put out my cigarette in the nearby ashtray and stepped forward. The soldier who had brought me to the room bowed and walked out, leaving me alone with Disano. You're scary. Valente Disano, the boss of the Salvatore family. I've been up against some pretty imposing men in my time, but Disano was something else. He had a kind of eyes that made you feel like he was looking right through you, into whatever he had that passed for a soul. Dinosaur was silent as well as a grave. I had a bad feeling that metaphor wasn't just a metaphor. I have a favor to ask you. A favor? What's wrong? It'll be the first time today. Never mind, it's nothing. What is it you need? No, I'm not really comfortable working for the family. This does not concern the family. Are you going to say it concerns you then? Not exactly. I've only met Disano a few times before, but he was usually a straight to the point kind of guy. What I don't want to talk about? You wish to get to the point. That do well. For whatever reason, he was having a real time of it trying to tell me what he wanted. There was an incident at the house of a woman named Nubuko Hablin. Nubuko Hablin? She was the hostess at the bar that I used to manage. She's currently married to a gentleman named Roy Hablin. Okay. Nobuko is a good woman. She is beautiful and considerate. Although sometimes she is perhaps too preoccupied with her public image. I imagine that is why she asked me to find her a detective. Oh god, it's not for me, it's for her. Looks like this Hano was a little stuck on that Nobuko Hablin day. I figured that was why he was asking me in person. I don't know much about Roy. I had never had the pleasure of meeting him. Her house was burglarized. Burglarized? No disrespect, Mr. Disano, but shouldn't the police handle this? Nobuko told me that she would prefer a detective. Given my line of work, I appreciate the need for discretion. Nobuko has not provided me with details, however. You will need to ask her to know her reasons. The man does not need to speak about himself. Okay. How do I find his name? She should be at home. I wrote down Nobuko's address as Disano told it to me. Looked like she lived near Central Park. Let's move. I trust you will resolve this matter. The man really did appreciate your assistance. It was much of a thing, but I take what I could get. The Hablin house was nestled away in a quiet residential neighborhood. My client was in that house. Particularly my possible client. The surroundings. It was a pretty low traffic area. I could only see a handful of people on the street. Barely a sound too. Pretty quiet place. Someone had parked a red scooter next to the house. It was a nice scooter, but I didn't really think it needed any attention beyond that. After a moment, I managed to locate the intercom button. I cleared my throat and pressed the button. Introduced myself. Oh, I've been expecting you. Please come in. Okay, I didn't need to talk. I put out my cigarette and walked through the door. I was smoking already? The woman led me into the living room. I figured she had to be in Nobuko Hablin. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I'm sure Don Disano told you the story, but I'm Nobuko Hablin. I still had it. She was a beautiful woman with the elegance and strength of a true lady. Just the kind of classy dame you'd find at a respectable bar. She seemed the type of woman Disano would go for. I think so too. If he hadn't had a funny image, ow, ow, ow. It looked like an art gallery had thrown up all over the living room. Pieces of every kind of art imaginable were scattered around the place, like someone was hoarding them. Talk about that. My husband's favorite painting has gone dissolved. I'd like you to find it by tomorrow. Excuse me! My husband runs a trading firm. He's currently away on business. I like the painting to return before he does. That's why you want me to finish it by tomorrow, I take it? Yes. He'll be home the day after tomorrow. So, you don't want your husband to know about this? Yes. Got the message. It was the line of questioning she wanted me to pursue. Notify the police, and now I have it. I believe I already explained myself. You don't want your husband finding out, right? Yes. That's reasonable, Mrs. Hablin, but you'll have a much better chance of recovering the painting if you notify the police. Most burglars are repeated offenders. Chances are the police have already your culprits in your system somewhere. I'm aware of that, and yet I'm asking you. I figured she had a good reason if she wasn't that. Damn it. But I'm sure you would like to know why. I would like to know why. This is the painting. Handed me a photo. What? I'm getting a butt? Still like painting of a face, but I'm getting a butt back? Looks like a painting had been on the wall when the photo was taken. It's hard to spot the wall where the picture had hung. But the wall's so clean! The artist isn't well known, so the artist isn't well known, so the painting has little monetary value. But my husband seems to like it very much. How big is it? I think it's about 20 inches wide. Go ahead and keep that photo. It might be useful to you, and I certainly don't need it. I thanked her and stuffed the photo in my pocket. Is there anything else sorted? As far as I know, the only item was taken. The only painting was taken. Oh, I can't read. Just the painting? The room was full of bursting with pieces of art that looked pretty valuable, at least to me. Had a burglar really broken into the house just to steal one painting? It must have been around midnight last night. The painting was right here when I went to bed. And then when I got up in the morning, it was gone. Yes, I couldn't believe my eyes. Are you sure the door was locked last night? Of course, I made sure that all the windows and doors were locked before I went to bed. When I woke up this morning, I discovered the window over there was broken. Oh god. Let's open that broken window. I figured I should probably check it out when I was done talking to Mebuko. Anything else stolen? Okay. Okay! If you don't mind me asking, is all of this art yours? Oh no, this collection belongs to my husband. He always admired art, but he only recently became a real collector. You realize I've never really been much of art myself. I was starting to feel like I had a pretty good handle on the case. So will you take the case? Except, really? Oh, thank God. I could almost feel the weight lift from her shoulders. She was worried about something more than just a robbery. If you don't mind, ma'am, I'd like to get started immediately. Can I look around this room? Of course, but please don't touch anything. If anything gets broken, I don't know how to explain it to my husband. Okay! Now what's the point then? There are plenty to look at in the room, but nothing seemed out of place. 2 minutes, it looked a little bit too perfect to be a state of burglary. I walked across the room to a broken window, itching to pull out a cigarette. The hole in the window was about 6 inches there. Square! Long piece of packing tape was still stuck to the glass. Now we're gonna fix the window. I'd seen the technique before. The burglar must have put the tape on the glass window before breaking the glass. Oh yes. Keeps the pieces of glass from flying all over the place, and it cuts down the noise. Once the glass is broken, the suspect can stick their hand through the window and open it from the inside. I had a feeling that Puko had more respect for the art around the place than the owner had. After all, the living room looked like stashed in a carry. Sunlight streamed through a number of windows, and there was no humidity control, at least not what I could see. Hardly the environment and enthusiasts I could choose for prize works of art. Oh, the little Chinese lion! No, that's not Japanese, that's Chinese lion. It looked like someone had just set it down on the table like it might toss my bills on the couch. I couldn't if it was actually art or some souvenir from an Eastern tourist shop. I wanted to pick it up to get closer, but I figured I shouldn't be touching stuff when Nobuko wasn't in the room. It's beautiful. It's a kind of classy name. The floor! There are no footprints on the floor anywhere. If the burglar had been to wipe their feet before they walked around. Got over every glass corner of the room with the finest tooth comb I could first. Listen, Mr. Hunter, do you think you can recover the painting? You're a weird dame, you know? What's that? Can I move? The window had been broken, open into the backyard. It seemed like it was worth taking a look at. I pushed open the back door and stepped into the backyard. The sun didn't beat down as hard in the Hablin backyard. The grass was green and soft, and the air was cool, like air conditioner. I took a deep breath and tried to remember the last time I had a cigarette. Yeah, I smoked a little cigarette. There's always something somewhere. All I had to do was find it. Around. I have big footsteps. I'm not obviously seeing it. The Habans had a pretty big backyard for a house in Especio. Everything was neat, clean, and well trimmed, just like the inside of the house. Somebody in the family ran a tight ship. The rain the night before had left the ground wet, even in the scorching midday sun. Parts of the yard had been so wet that Sandman had been able to leave deep muddy footprints. They led straight across the yard, around the window, and back across. That seemed natural to assume they'd been left by whoever told in the painting. The prints would look like they'd been left by sneakers. And if I had to guess at the size, they looked like somewhere around a man's, 5 or 6, or a woman's 6 or 7. I poked around a little in the bushes, but they refused to give up whatever secrets they may have. Found all I was gonna go. Come on with the brace myself for the heat and then walk around front. Standing in front of the heaven. It was noon and the sun was to put the surroundings. Nope. Inside. How's the investigation? I just finished taking a look at the scene of the crime, ma'am. If you don't mind asking, I have got a couple of questions. Of course, but before we start, let me get you something to drink. You prefer coffee or tea? I want a scotch. I'll be a good guy and do coffee. Sure. I watched Nabucco trot out of the room. There was something going on, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Grab it! Make notice Nabucco goes to the room. No sooner had I picked it up, an ear-splitting wail tore through the... Fudge you! No. I'm sorry. I want to turn off the alarm. I opened up a small panel in the back of the room and press a few buttons. Let's close the panel. Finally shut off. Seriously, Mr. Hart. I warned you. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't know what I was going to say, but I pretended to be very interested in pray. That was the security alarm, I take it. Yes. All the pieces in the room are monitored by a security system. I guess moving them triggers that alarm, huh? Yes, as you've already so aptly proved. But what about the painting? Is that the only control panel for the security system? I indicated the panel on the vocal had used earlier. Yes, there's no other way to shut off the alarm. And what about last night? Did the alarm go off last night? Huh? I couldn't say, Miss Arthur. I was asleep in my room at the time. The story is a little difficult to swallow. The damn thing had been loud enough to wake up the dead. Does your security system keep track of when the alarms have been triggered? Unfortunately, no. It's not exactly a quality product. It does only one thing, and that's to produce the dreadful racket you heard earlier. Anyone else hear the security alarm? I guess I forgot to ask. I don't know. It's pretty dang loud. Surely someone must have heard it. Well, I imagine someone did. We were all home last night. Who wasn't home last night? I believe we all were. Edward, Jenny, and myself. Did I talk to Jenny and Edward? Jenny's in the home, but I think Edward is in his room right now. You're welcome to pay him a visit. His room is just up the stairs. Looked like she wasn't going to take it easy for me. I'm going to go out and find a kid of my own. I head up the stairs and towards Edward's room. I knocked on Edward's door and heard him scramble to open. Hey, who the hell are you? Apparently, Edward hadn't been expecting me. Your face ugly, man! I would later learn that Edward hadn't been informed of my visit, so was understandably disturbed by the appearance of a strange man. But at the time, I was once shy to what to make of his action. They looked like a little more old-fashioned than the rest of the house. It was partially furnished. Look, calm down. What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm going to call the police. Hold on a moment there, pal. I'm a detective. My name is Jake Hunter. What? Detective who? I've never actually been famous exactly, but it still hurts when people don't know who I am. It occurred to me that Nabucco had chosen not to mention my visit to Edward. It quickly occurred to me that she had also done so to needle me. It's not a pleasant thought. I didn't mind a straight up fight now and then, but this behind it, sabotage. What? I should tell you just because you're sick. Let me see some identification, buddy. Okay, fine. Give one of my business cards. Shake Hunter Detective Agency. Well, I guess you really are a detective. Why are you here? I was hired by Mrs. Hablin. You know this house was burglarized and destroyed, right? Of course I do. Oh, that explains it. I guess you're conducting an investigation, huh? Thanks for your hard work. I have trouble believing he was sincere. I really have a hard time believing his face. Can I ask you a couple of questions about last night? I guess so. I mean, what about? Well, where were you? I was here home. I locked the door. It was raining last night. I didn't feel like going out. Okay. The security alarm? You mean the one just off? Yeah, well, I mean that alarm noise, yes. But did you hear it go off last night? Last night? Oh, do you mean when the painting was started? I really couldn't say. I went to bed early last night. I see. No. The old man's an idiot. His painting got stolen because he's too much of a damn cheapskate to get a decent security system. It's all damn fault that the thing got stolen if he's too cheap to protect it. He's always been cheap, always pinching pennies, even on things that really matter. Around our question for Edward. Have you heard enough? Can you leave now? Okay. Okay, I'm gone. I'm moving. I think I went down the stairs to the living room. You talked to quite right. I had a feeling she already knew the answer to that question. Why do you have to ask? I told the book about my meeting with Edward and how he'd been surprised. Yes, I hadn't expected you told me you'd be talking to him. Though you might be more effective as a surprise. I had a feeling the effectiveness of my investigation wasn't the only reason of the damn that wanted me to surprise Edward. I really shouldn't say this, but to be honest, I'm not too fond of him. Edward? Yes. I'd rather really not talk about to him if at all possible. They weren't the most messed up family I've ever seen. But the Hablings sure had their share of problems. The Boku and Edward are just the beginning. Please try and keep that in mind. Of course. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Jenny just came home. I'll get her go good for you. Just a minute. Jenny! Jenny! Why won't she? I'll go look for her. If you'll wait here for just a minute. I watched the Boku stalk out of the living room. I'm sorry. Anyway, look at the robot. I had a feeling that Nabucco had more respect for the art around the place. Okay. Okay, sir. Ah! Never mind. I will shave my buttons because I don't know what else I'm going to do. I push open the back door and step into the back. Oh, there you are, beautiful lady. Oh. Ew. Wait a moment. Oh. I know this woman standing by the front door. She jumped almost imperceptibly and she cuts her mess. Me. But a moment later, her look of surprise was nothing more but a memory. Hello. You must be the detective that Mother was talking about. Yes, my name is Jake Hunter. You must be Jenny. Yes, that's me. Thank you for coming. So she's been told about me, but Edward hadn't? Why? Because she doesn't like her son. She was friendly enough, but I couldn't shake the feeling that she was acting a little off. Last night, I was just listening to my CD in my room, so I don't think I tell you much about last night. I was listening to my CDs with my headphones on. Even if it did go off, I wouldn't have heard it. How are you? Can I go back inside the house now? Of course, sorry to make you stand out here in the heat. Don't worry about it, I'm still a kid, I can take it. Wait a minute! You're flirting with me? Okay, none of them were able to tell me that when the security had gone off. Sure, at least one of them would have remembered. This is not going well. Can I smoke a bit? A little cigarette. Okay. Oh, there you are. I see one cue a woman step out of one of the houses down the street. Can I talk to you, ma'am? Every house on the block looked like it cost more money than I'd ever seen in my life. She had to be very wealthy. She looked like a classy dame. Well, you can see that with the scarf on her neck. Neighbor. The woman coming down the street looked like a good bet. I put on my best smile, adjusted my jacket, and stepped in front of her. Yes, excuse me, ma'am, but you live in that house over that corner. Yes, you are? Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'm a concerned citizen trying to gather some information on the crime in this area. You know, and I both, you and both, it's getting more dangerous here every day, but the police won't listen to me. I'm hoping that if I can gather enough testimonies from the local residents, they might take me seriously. Crime prevention? Well, you're right. It has been getting more dangerous around here. Oh, but it's not too dangerous to talk to complete strangers. And I ask you a few questions about your experience with the local crime. I suppose, but please make it quick. Okay, thank you. Now, you mean the dreadful racket the other night? Yeah, I heard it came from the Hamlin house. Didn't it? I don't know why it had to be so loud. It went off at midnight and a few nights ago. That awful thing woke up my family. Maybe the Hamilton don't mind waking up in the middle of the night, but other people would prefer to be sleeping at that hour. What about yesterday? Yesterday? If it went out, it wasn't last night. Thank God. It was quiet as one night expect. No alarms, at least. Although I was woken up by the sound of an engine. The engine? I remember when you heard that engine? Around 11? No, I think it was closer to midnight. To be honest, I don't remember the exact time. Although I must say, I do wonder what Jenny could have been doing out that late. She doesn't seem the sort of girl who has late nights. But she's still young, so... The scooter! Go. Scooter. There's a red scooter parked in the front gate. The tires were dirty. Oh, no, you don't, little girlie. Oh, can I go now? I have to be somewhere. Oh, sorry. You can go. Don't worry about it. Good investigation. She gave me a final smile, then walked up toward the station. I couldn't help but wonder, how had the scooter gotten dirty? Thanks to what she told me, I had a pretty good idea to who pulled off the crapper. The girl was... Insider. Ding ding ding. Everything I had seen was telling me the theft had been an inside job. One of the Hamlins had taken the painting. Saying why Nobuko had been reluctant to get the police involved. Maybe she knew more than she was letting on about the theft. I figured it couldn't hurt to lean on her a little harder and see if she was going to give anything up. You have to move inside. Got to get out of that Sunday. There you are, detective. You disappeared so suddenly. I've been looking for you all over the house. Sorry, ma'am. I just bumped into Jenny and have a few questions for her. I know, she told me. Well, what have you found out? Not much, man. I'm pretty sure of one thing. One thing, the reason you chose not to involve the police. Yeah, the face! Oh my god, the face! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so horrible looking! Oh my god, that's scary. What do you mean? Her sudden anger was just a poor mask for her surprise. She had suspicion she wasn't sharing about who'd taken the painting. Then maybe she was the only one just putting two and two together just like us. No way. I'm gonna save this, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it and want to see more, just simply wave your wand like a sorter and hit the like button. Until then, Natnarf signing